52 years ago, when I was on the faculty at Baylor College of Medicine at the Texas Medical Center, which is the largest in the world, I had a couple of memories, a couple of flashbacks. Number one was what you just mentioned. I was on that case of a little child that was born without the immune system. No T cells, no B cells, and they made a movie, and time-wise, John Travolta played the baby in the bubble. So we built a big plastic bubble there because he had no immunity against bacteria, viruses. So that was one flashback, but that's a very, very narrow bandwidth. The big flashback, and this relates to what Alexia is really doing now, is that there was a young medical student. Her name was Barbara Rupert, and she gave a paper in the library there, and the paper was this. This is big time. The paper was that 1970, we have 3 pounds of bacteria that live in the colon, period. That was the total extent of the knowledge, 1970. So the author speculated that maybe, perhaps, these bacteria that live in our colon have some important medical function. Today, it is far and away the hottest topic in nutrition, medicine, and psychiatry. And a whole new field of psychiatry opened up, and the name tells the story. Psychobiome, brain microbiome. And all it's doing is tracing the chemicals that are produced by the bacteria to feed the brain big time for mental health. And this is really the heart of what Alexia is doing. So what Alexia has done is really pure genius. What she has done is devised a special food program, okay, a food menu for feeding the microbiome. And of course, you probably know it's called the 23 Ingredients. Why 23? Because it has 23 different types of soluble fiber. The soluble fiber is the food for the microbiome. And when you feed them the soluble fiber, okay, you have a freebie. There's no charge. It's like the sunshine, okay? It'll start cranking out chemicals for mental health. Let me say that one more time. It'll start cranking out chemicals for your mental health. And the United Nations said the #1 health problem around the world is depression and anxiety. Guess what? Your microbiome, when you feed it correctly, will be cranking out chemicals to reduce anxiety and depression. So what Alexia did, she did over 1 million meals through grant money from the government, Southern California, okay? And she noticed a tremendous increase in the mental health of homeless people. Wow. Number 2 is not only the brain, let's not forget about the body. So is for the body, it produces short-chain fatty acids. I know it sounds a little technical, but Alexia's grandson here, the superstar, Daniel, he took chemistry at Stanford, so Daniel knows 2 carbons, acetic acid. Daniel knows 3 carbons, propionic acid. Daniel knows 4 carbons is butyric acid. That's the rock star, butyric acid. That's how butter is named. And check out this. Butyric acid, again, produced, freebie, from the microbiome, will do what? New England Journal of Medicine, that's the best. It is your best protection against cancer of the colon, period. The cells lining the colon, they're called the colonocytes. Butyric acid is the #1 fuel for the colonocytes. Number 3, people my age, virtually 100%, have leaky gut. The leaky gut is just what the name says. The gut is leaking. Butyric acid is your best protection against leaky gut. And guess what? Strong correlation. You have leaky gut as a senior, chances are you'll have leaky brain. So that also feeds in to the mental health crisis and so forth. So is 95% of what we've done is mainly, not me, Alexia. So what she's done is this incredible, over 1 million meals, and the 23 ingredients is designed to be replete with many different types of soluble fiber for what? Especially mental health, but don't forget about the body. So this is really exciting, and the headquarters of the new movement in psychiatry. Psychiatrists are very conservative, but they opened up a whole new field, as I mentioned, microbiome, for feeding the microbiome correctly, and it's this free chemical factory that will churn out all these good chemicals for the body and brain. So there's 2 types of fiber. You want the soluble fiber, that's the food for the bacteria, but you also need the insoluble fiber, and what that does, it cleans you out. So what I'm going to do now is turn the microphone over to everyone's favorite person. Everyone loves Alexia. Is that true, Hillary? No doubt about it. In this fickle world, that's one thing you can count on. Everybody loves Alexia.
23 ingredients. Change your food, change your mood. Improve your mental and physical well-being with 23 Ingredients Meal Planner. Based on 50 years of revolutionary science, 23 Ingredients guides you towards improving your mental health by activating positive chemicals in the microbiome that promote mental health and well-being. Brought to you by 23Zip Inc., FirstFood Responders, a social good venture, and under the leadership of award-winning entrepreneur Alexia Parks. On the right side of the screen, we will walk you through the app with this prototype demonstration. Upon logging in, users are greeted by a positive motivational quote of the day. From here, you will be instructed on how to create delicious meals using the 23 ingredients. Once you have enjoyed your meals, you are ready to complete daily tracking. You will identify which of the 23 ingredients you consumed across 4 categories. You will then identify how your mental well-being is across 3 categories: energy, emotions, and mental acuity. Between tracking screens, users are supported by the 23Zip team with encouraging messages. Finally, if a user wishes to submit their weight, they may do so. Tracking is now complete. If you would like to write your own words of encouragement to yourself instead of the default messages provided by the 23Zip team, the app supports you in doing so. Our comprehensive tracking history allows you to measure the impact and success of the 23 ingredients throughout your journey. You may filter results by day, week, or month. Experience daily health and happiness. We hope to see you here soon.